Help me, Millie. Help! Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a video with the new brand that just launched called Florence by Mills. This is Millie Bobby Brown's brand. That's hard to say. Millie Bobby Brown's brand. You guys all know her. Stranger Things, 11. She's more than just that. But this is her new brand. I purchased this, I think like last week. I purchased it on launch day and I just wanted to try it out and see what it was like. I wanted to give it a go. I know this is probably not targeted towards almost 32-year-old ladies, but I'm still gonna use it. So today we're working with second day hair and a giant curling iron burn. So let's just pretend like we don't see that and let's see if some of this Florence by Mills can cover it. If you guys have not yet, please subscribe. I upload new videos as often as I do. So let's see what I purchased. I can't even remember. So I got the Zero Chill Face Mist. I actually love the branding on this, Florence by Mills. I just thought that was so cute. So it says here, we keep it clean, cruelty-free and vegan for all skin types, dermatologist tested. It says face mist. So like, what does that mean? Does that mean it's a setting spray or does that mean I put it on or both? I also got the Light Skin Tint, and this is all the same stuff that the last one said. Non-greasy skin tint gives us the glow we need, but it's still sheer enough to let our natural beauty shine through. Made with plant-based oils and nourishing moisturizers to make our skin look and feel smoother, like a little dewdrop. How did you know that's what I wanted to look like today, Millie? Then I got the Tint and Tame Brow Gel, the See You Never Concealer, and the Cheek Me Later Cream Blush. So we're gonna do a full face of Florence by Mills, see how we like the brand, and if I think that it is worth your time, effort, money, all of the above. My hair is looking very bizarre. Okay, I never do second day hair, okay? Except for in my freaking Jaclyn Hill lipstick video that more people saw than any other video. Like that has to be the one that got all the views when I look absolutely greasy and my hair is full of dry shampoo. That's the same story today, so let's hope this video doesn't get to that. If you're new here, hi. So let's see what this says. Dance and shake before use. Close your eyes and spritz your face. Use anytime because there are no limits. Oh, I like the way that sounds. Ooh, that's cute. This is what it looks like. It's rose. Let's see how we like it. Ooh. Okay, the smell is floral, little bit, let me smell that again. It's light but strong, not overpowering. I don't know if I absolutely love the way that it smells. It's not like bad or anything. It's just pretty floral, which I'm not a fan of rose scented things. You know why? I talked about this back in the day, but I bought that Chloe perfume that everybody just used to rave about. And every time I would put it on, it was like a guttural reaction. I would gag. Like I'd be wearing it and I would just find myself throughout the day like, and I don't know what it was. And then I finally figured out that it was the perfume. Absolutely just something about the scent of rose. Now the smell of real roses doesn't do that, but when it's like rose scented things, they make me gag. All right, so this is the skin tint. It's like the foundation, I suppose. And this is the Like a Light Skin Tint. I got the shade L30. Let me see how many shades this comes in. 20 shades, so not great. It's definitely not the most inclusive. It's definitely not the least, but it's kind of, it could be better. I think that with 20 shades, you'll struggle to maybe find your undertone or just your shade in general. I had a hard time figuring out what I was gonna be on the website. That's the thing. I don't love buying skin products from online. I just find that I usually sit there and contemplate back and forth and never know what to do. On here, it says, apply 1 or 2 pumps and blend with fingertips. I'm going to apply it the way that they suggest. So I've got 2 pumps right here. I'll zoom in. Oh. Okay. At first it has a scent that I was not a fan of, but it kind of dissipated as soon as it hit the air. Okay, this is not a way that I would ever apply foundation. Okay, this color is... I'm gonna back out just a little bit. When first applying it, I feel like the color was not so hot. I actually feel like it's an okay match. It feels like very tacky and sticky in a way. Every celebrity everyone is coming out with their own makeup line. So I wasn't surprised when I saw that she was coming out with her own. I feel like it's a very popular thing right now to come out with beauty products in general. I feel like everybody's kind of getting on board with it. And I think a lot of times people are just realizing that there's money in beauty. And I'm not surprised to see Millie Bobby Brown doing this though. I don't think it feels out of character for her branding and everything, because she does kind of show glam and like talk about her makeup and like take little cute selfies. And so I think it feels like a young brand. It sort of feels similar in branding to like Kylie Skin, you know, which I did never try. I didn't really trust that the skincare was going to be all that good. So let me look up close real quick. I haven't put it on my forehead yet, so we'll see what this looks like. Okay, my nose looks atrocious. Atrocious. Let's see. See that? But this part of my skin looks pretty good. I would say it's definitely light to highlight coverage. I wouldn't say it's even medium. It did cover some of my redness, but like it said, it still lets your skin shine through. So I would feel like that claim is actually really accurate because I can still see my skin through it. Let's see if it can cover this sucker up here. Oh, beautiful. You know what? The bangs are just gonna have to cover that today. Let's just, there you go. Nobody wants to look at that. I feel like the color's actually pretty decent. When I first started putting it on, it looked really light and I thought, oh man, this is gonna be bad. But I think it's actually not bad. As you can see, when you first put it on, it looks like very white, but as I'm actually blending it in, it's looking pretty like a decent match on me. I tend to always go a little bit darker with matte foundations. I've talked about this a million times, and that is because the lighter I go, if I like match my neck and my body, it is so drying looking on my face that a lot of times it emphasizes my texture. And this is the only foundation I did buy, so I didn't get a chance to like try any of the others, but this color is not a terrible match for me. I'm gonna try to see if I can get my nose looking any better, because right now it is a problem. My nose is always a problem with certain foundations, like certain ones. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is atrocious. Look at this. Oh my God. I'm gonna turn the lights down and really zoom you in, but the coverage is so low, it's not covering my nose at all. So this is a type of foundation that you kind of need to go into it with very clear expectations of what you're looking for. Very much like a Glossier skin tint situation. I prefer this to the Glossier skin tint for sure. And this is called a skin tint. So let's not confuse it for a high coverage foundation. And I think that a lot of times people will start to judge products and be like, oh, it's too low coverage, it's a crappy product. Well, it doesn't claim to be high coverage. It says apply with 1 or 2 pumps, blend in with fingertips. It is like a light skin tint and your skin's supposed to show through. So if that's what they're advertising, that's what this does. So just be aware when you buy this, if you have acne or if you have redness or any rosacea or areas you want to cover up, you're not going to probably get as much coverage as you want with this product. But for young people in school, for people that are just wanting like a light coverage for the day-to-day, I think for high school age children especially, or even middle school age children, not even just having to be children, if you're an adult and you want to try this and you're looking for something that has that almost like BB cream-esque coverage, I mean, you can see it did even out my skin tone, but you can still see like my sunspots and freckles and stuff like that through it. You can also still see a bit of redness through it, but it does work as it claims to. My nose, that's a different story, but you know what? There is no you know what. It's bad. Look at this. It just gives me no coverage on my nose. Or as you can see spots right here, right there. It's a little sunspot. Same with the little freckles over here. And even like some redness and stuff. If you want something super natural, you may like this. I think it might work well for you. So let's move on to the concealer and see what that's like. So this is called the See You Never Concealer. I got the shade L055. See, I don't know if this is gonna be right. Oh, yeah, see, that looks too like peachy and pinky. Well, maybe it'll work, I don't know. So this is what the concealer one looks like. I actually have a couple of skincare products that have a very similar tip to this, and it's supposed to be cooling on your under eye to depuff. Okay, no lie, that feels real nice. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, I like that very much. Let's put a little bit of concealer out. Oh, okay. It's thin, so it does kind of, I think I put too much on that eye, so I'm not even gonna squeeze it again. I'm just gonna kind of scoop out. And I think this says here, let me look on the concealer packaging. It probably wants you to blend in with your fingers as well. Bye to spots, dots, and sleepy eyes. This weightless light coverage concealer helps even out skin tone without setting into dry spots. With caffeine and a cooling metal applicator, so our skin will feel the love. All right, so I'm gonna tap it in with my finger since the foundation was done with her finger. I think that realistically too, the age group that's going to be trying this is probably how they're going to be applying it. Do you know what I mean? In high school, I applied my foundation with my fingers. I called it cover up too, you know? I wasn't like whipping out brushes and beauty blenders, but you know what? I feel like this is a different generation. We're talking about a totally different generation of people who are young and trying things based on watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe times have changed. Duh, Kristi, you think times have changed since 2000? Yeah, obviously. Let's turn the lights down a little bit and see how it covered. I turned the lights down because beauty lights can be really deceiving. Sometimes things will look amazing, and then when you turn the lights down, you're like, oh, ew. Okay, coverage wise, I would say it's very similar to the skin tint. It has a very light coverage. It is not a lot. So generally for me, and this is just merely personal preference, but I generally prefer a higher coverage product that I can thin out versus buying a product that's already very thin and light coverage. Because if I want higher coverage out of something like this, I can't get it. But with any product, so like say I take anything like the Pure 4-in-1 foundation, which is incredibly high coverage, you can thin that down with like adding it to moisturizer or just using a tiny little bit, dotting it on and really blending it in. You can make that a lower coverage product versus this, you can't make higher coverage. But if this is your cup of tea, if this is something that you find yourself gravitating towards, I mean, if you already love skin tints, you might like this. It's not like a gross coverage, but it definitely doesn't feel like it like fully sets down. It stays slightly tacky. All right, what else did I get? I'm not gonna like create a full face using a bunch of other products. I may use a mascara so we can see what this looks like finished, but I wanna just do like a full face of the stuff I got. I think there might be a mascara in this line, but was it sold out? I tried getting everything that I could, but there were a lot of things that were sold out by the time that I went on the website. There's a brow gel. Is there a mascara? I wasn't able to get the lip oil, which I was like, gosh, I was so frustrated because it looks really pretty. Look at that lip oil. This is right up my alley. Oh, looks awesome. There is mascara. I just wasn't able to get my hands on it for some reason or another. I'm gonna use the blush now, which is a cream blush. It's called the Glowing Cheek Me Later Cream Blush. And this is the shade Glowing G. Glowing G. This is the shade that I got here. I just thought it was kind of like a universally flattering shade. There's a bunch of different shades in here. Okay, so it's definitely really creamy. Let's see how it applies. Okay. It blends in really nicely, I feel. It's not overly pigmented. Definitely has a nice amount of pigment to it though. It's not so light that you have to layer on like 6 times to get there. Like I feel like off first coat, I was able to get decent coverage right there. These are the type of products that when you are wanting to get ready in the morning, like say you are young and you are going to school and you're wanting to try out things that are going to be quick and you can get ready really fast and just use your fingers and not have to use a bunch of different makeup brushes and sponges and all that kind of crap. This is going to be that kind of product for you. Do you know what I mean? This is going to be that kind of line for those type of people. The quick concealer that you can dab on with your fingers because it's not too high coverage. The skin tint that you can just throw on with your fingers and rub in and it does kind of work great. And then the cream blush. These products I feel like are made with the intention of being used quickly on the go for people who just want to kind of use their hands and keep it natural. Since my nose already looks atrocious, let's put a little bit of blush on it. I like that blushy nose look. It's kind of cutesy. I don't recall seeing any like cream bronzers or anything like that on the site. Let me look up close and see what that looks like. Looks a little overkill in person. I think I just applied a little too much, but I feel like it blends in pretty good. All right, now let's go into the brow gel. So this is the final product to try, and this is the Florence by Mills Tint and Tame Brow Gel. I got the shade Dark Brown. Oh, okay. It's a really tiny little guy. Look at that size. Let's zoom you in while I use it. Oh my God, no. There we go. Oh, okay. That just applied a ton of product. I probably should have gotten light brown, not dark brown. What was I thinking? Oh God. Oh no. Okay. Look at how bad that looks. Okay, I think this is all my fault. I got a way too dark of color, so now it's just really just overkill. Okay, I'm not gonna re-dip because I want to see what using less product would be like. Oh my God. Okay, it's very wet formula. It does not feel, you know, some brow gels are kind of dry immediately. This brand has very Glossier vibes to me. Even the Glossier Boy Brow, that one has like a drier formula. And so you're less likely to over apply product like I did, because it already feels like it's kind of dried out. Look at these brows, they're crazy. This brow definitely looks better. I don't know how, like, I'm gonna let this dry down and see how it holds. Oh my God, this brow looks so weird. Help me, Millie. Help! Okay, so this brow is looking not so good. This one is looking decent. I'm gonna say for the brow gel, I definitely bought a color way too dark and I went too heavy-handed with it. It's really easy to do so because the product, like, I'm just gonna swipe it on the back of my hand. It's a very wet formula. It glides around really easily. Like, you can see, it just is very movable. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit wet for me. That's what she said. I'm gonna let that dry down for a bit. Maybe I'll take a little brow pencil and like try to define a little bit of my brow hairs so that it's not so looking like this, because I feel like at this point I'm not doing any justice to these products because my brows look so weird. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of a brow pencil and just kind of define some areas of my brows so that they're a little less like this. These brows are tragic. I was trying to only use the products from this brand. I really didn't want to do this, but I feel like at this point, like, it can't be helped. Makes it look like I do not know how to do makeup. And I swear to you, Millie, if you're watching, which you're not, but if you are, I love you. And also, hi, I know how to do makeup. I swear. I swear! Those are some intense brows. More intense than I usually would go, 100,000%. All right, let's use the Zero Chill Face Mist one more time over the top of this, and then I am going to do my eyelashes. I don't have a mascara from the brand, but I am gonna just use my NYX On The Rise. Yeah, okay, it smells very fresh. It smells young too. It doesn't smell like a matronly rosy. It smells like a young, fresh, rosy scent. Wish I could have got that lip oil. I knew that would be the first to sell out too, because it just, the way it looks and the color of it and the tint and everything, it's just like, yeah, it's just everyone's jam right now, I feel. No lashes today because it's not the kind of look that we are going for, you know? Everything else is so natural. I feel like if I throw lashes on top of this, it'll be like, bitch. Doing a light coating of mascara too. I don't want to overkill it. Never cut me off again. Okay, so this is the full face of Florence by Mills. I'm gonna give you guys a brief rundown. I'm gonna kind of probably repeat a few things that I've already said, but if you are looking for just the full rundown on everything that I tried today so far and how I feel about it, here we go. So the Zero Chill Face Mist. I think it's fine. I don't know if it really does anything more or less, like if it really holds your makeup on, if it's just supposed to feel nice, if it's a good base for makeup, or what it does. I'm not sure if it's even like if it's like a necessary step. None of these products are powdery, so it's not like you really need the setting spray to like make anything less powdery. Maybe it does lock in the products, but for me, I don't really feel many setting sprays actually do like lock in the makeup and make it like wear incredibly well. Maybe they do. Maybe I'll do like a side-by-side half face test or something to see if that actually makes a difference. But I think it's a fine face mist. It's got a nice mister on it. It's not like, you see that? It's got like a really soft, fine mist on it. It's not like overly blotchy. It doesn't leave like splotches on your face at all. It's got a decent smell to it. I feel like the smell isn't like remarkable. It almost is like a rose hairspray situation. It smells kind of like a little bit hairspray. Not terrible, but again, I think if you smell it, you'll be like, okay, I know what you're talking about. And then you'll be like, Kristi was right. I'll be like, I always am when it comes to scents. Okay, the Like a Light Skin Tint. Said it before, say it again. It's very much like the Glossier Skin Tint, which I was not a fan of. Definitely more of a fan of this one. It covers a lot better. Glossier, bitch, that one was like a drop, like a literal drop of Cover FX skin drops or whatever in a gallon of water. And then you would like take it and it even felt like water. This one feels like a very light coverage BB cream, CC cream foundation. Maybe highlight coverage. As you can see, my skin looks nice and it's taken a lot of the redness down. It's taken a lot of the discoloration and spots down, but you can still see them through it. So this definitely has a true skin-like finish to it. If you don't want to have that full coverage look, this isn't even advertising itself as that. So you probably can get it really well with this. I think if it's what you're going for, it's not uncomfortable. It feels very weightless on the skin. I definitely can feel it, but it's not like gross or anything like that. I haven't set anything with powder, and you can see it definitely dried down to, I would say, like a natural finish, except for my nose. Hideous. But, you know, it is what it is. My nose is just a problem no matter what. I feel like the color I got is actually a really decent match for me. I think they could definitely 100% increase the shade range. I think if they added even 10, 15, 20 more shades, that would really cover and fill in those gaps where there are definitely going to be missing undertones, definitely missing shades in general in all of the categories: light, medium, deep, deep, dark. I would say that the shade range isn't surprising to me given it's a new brand. Hopefully they expand. It's not like the worst I've ever seen. Again, a lot of drugstore brands will come out with 7 shades and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Same for concealer. I think there's the same amount of shades in concealer if I'm not wrong. The See You Never concealer, again, it's very similar to the foundation. I'd say like highlight, low medium coverage. It covers enough to make me look more awake, more put together, but it's not so much so that it's like a mask on your face. It's a very like decent concealer. I don't think it's creasing too much under my eyes. It definitely got a little bit creasy up here, so I'd probably set any areas that get ultra creasy with powder. I don't recall that this brand actually had a powder, but the concealer's just fine. I like the metal applicator tip. Actually, it is very cooling and it feels very nice when you're applying it, but is it the most amazing concealer ever? No. The eyebrow gel. I definitely got the wrong color. I mean, I feel like the color's actually not bad, but it's very wet and I don't prefer the texture of this. I love the brush size. I think that the tiny little brush size is awesome, but because the product is so wet in there, it's really easy to overdo it. So really get your brush nice and cleaned off if you're gonna use it. But even in that regard, it doesn't really work that well. I wiped mine off on a towel and even then it was like really dark. I would try really to get your shade in this and try not to go as dark as I did, because you may over apply it and then have the brow disaster that I had. The blush is a very decent cream blush. It's not absolutely mind-blowing. It's a cream blush. Cream blushes kind of across the board are good. I think that the color is pretty and I think that it applied nicely and blended out nicely. I would say overall, for the entire brand that I was able to use today, I think that it very clearly gears towards get ready quick, use your hands, look natural. I feel like it appeals to the right age demographic. Like the age of Millie Bobby Brown is the age that this is probably geared towards, or very natural, like some visco girls maybe. You know, that very natural-esque, very wants to look like yourself, just a little bit enhanced. I think that that's what this line is for. And if that's the case, and that is what this is all about, I think that the products really fit that. I like the brand name. I like the packaging. I like the coloring. I think that overall, if you go into it with your expectations being what the brand says the products are, they are what they say they are. Can't remember what I paid, but I think I bought like a kit. Oh, there's a new lip gloss. That wasn't there when I looked before. The lip oil, one swipe glow wipe treatment pads. So there's definitely a lot of skincare stuff and not just makeup. Oh, this is Florence by Mills is now sold on Ulta, I guess. This is on Ulta that I'm seeing this. So that's pretty cool. I bought mine from the Florence by Mills website. I feel like it took an average amount of time to get to me. I feel like 5, 6, 7 days or something like that from ordering. So it wasn't like bad or anything. All right, so the Like a Light Skin Tint is $18 USD. I feel like that's very average. It's not like super expensive. It's not super cheap. It's kind of in line with like Ulta and things like that pricing. So concealer is $16 US. The Cheek Me Later cream blush is $14 US. The Tint and Tame brow gel is $14 US. The Glow Yeah lip oil, which I didn't get, is $14. I got the bundle, yes. Okay, so full face of Florence picked just for you by you. We only helped a little, $55.80. And you do get to pick your colors. So there is a bundle deal that you can get it cheaper. It's like normally, let's say $62 it says, and then it goes down to $55.80. And you can pick your foundation shade, your concealer shade, your cheek color, and everything like that in that. Like, do you need to go rush out and buy it? I think the main thing is going to be for a brand like this is that it's not necessarily always about the products. It's about the support of the person that you love. People love Millie Bobby Brown, myself included, and she's got a lot of stans out there, and those are going to be the people that buy it. But if they do, and they are sort of that younger age group, I really don't think they're going to hate it unless they're like full coverage queens, you know? I'd say overall, not bad. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! Hello! Okay, absolutely fuck off. Thanks. Okay, come on. Hello. Okay, Yeah, oh, wait, we were closer with that. Oh. Yeah, right? But that's not on my eyes. No. Why do I look so small? I also got the Okay, absolutely stop. That was a thumbnail, Zach, if you didn't know. Hideous. Absolutely hideous. Cat hair. Here we go. But